All right, guys. So I've been really beating my head against the wall with this four-wheel drive on this Ranger not working. This is a 1999 Ford Ranger 4x4 with a 4.0 liter, and it has, I guess, what you call a pulse vacuum hub. I've been looking online for information for about a week, different ways that to fix this thing. You can see I got a water leak too there. Different ways to fix the four-wheel drive is not engaging in the front. I looked up some stuff online about how to make sure your transfer case is in gear. I can hear the transfer case clicking when I'm, moving the selector inside. Should have something that looks like that. So when I'm putting it in four-wheel drive, put it in neutral. You got to have it in neutral to get it in 4-low. So put it in neutral, work the selector, and I can hear the transfer case clicking. So that made me think that it's working. Then I also put it in, I took it outside the garage, backed it way up 50 feet or more. I put it in four-wheel drive on the selector, and I pulled it into the garage here. Gave it plenty of time for the front end to engage if it wanted to. I then jacked up the front end, just this wheel, and turned it counterclockwise. And I could turn it counterclockwise. That's an indicator that that hub was not locked. I then lowered that side, went around, jacked up just the other wheel, turned it clockwise. And that's supposed to indicate that that hub was not locking. If I would not have been able to turn this one counterclockwise or that one clockwise, that would have meant that the hubs were working, one or the other or both. So in this case, I was able to turn the wheel, which meant that the hubs were not locked. So I'm like following these vacuum lines back and forth under the hood. I'm getting all kinds of aggravated. I said, to hell with it. This is a $500 truck. I get $500 for this truck. So I call up shop up the road. So I'm pretty sure my transfer case is engaging, and it's just my hubs. So I want to put on manual hubs. So I call the shop up the road, $160 for a set of manual hubs for this thing. Like, God damn, that's a lot of money to spend on a $500 truck, $160. So I get online, I'm looking, and they're about $100 and a quarter on eBay and stuff. So I mean, these manual hubs for these little old beater Rangers are expensive. I guess if you had a nice Ranger, maybe that'd be okay to put that much money into it. This thing ain't that. This is just going to be a woods beater. So the fix, the cheap and easy fix that I found online, was afraid to do it because you modify these hubcaps, sorta. Anyhow, this is what I did. It's working great now. I just got out of the field. That's why it's dripping water up there, because it's hot. I just come out of the field, tested four-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive low. It's working great, and I could not be happier with this right now. I fixed it for nothing, $0. So that's my budget with this thing. How I did that was, I've already done it, but I'm going to show you what I did to do it. So first thing, if you got hubcaps, take off your hubcaps. This side's got it, the other side don't. So on this side, it's on here loose just because I want to show, for show. So you take off your hubcap, which you put a screwdriver or a tire tool or some other thing up under the lip there, and pop your hubcap off. Okay, so once you get your hubcap off, you have this cap that you're looking at. This cap will have this little screen on it. Well, this is from the other side. Here we go. This screen. That screen will be in that cap. It'll look just like that when you pop that hubcap off. So what you want to do to get this plastic cap off is you got to rotate this just maybe like a 1/16 of a turn. You just barely got to turn it. To do that, probably take some kind of special tool or something, but what you can do very easily is you put a screwdriver here. Bear with me, guys. I'm doing this with one hand on the phone, one hand on the screwdrivers. Okay, so you got these little tabs, these little notches. So you put a screwdriver in this side, put a screwdriver in that side. You take another screwdriver and kind of wedge it between these two, to get you some leverage to turn this whole outfit. So you just need to turn it a click. I'm gonna set the phone down and I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I used the screwdriver across these two just to give me some leverage to turn this. Okay, so I got that turned, just one little click, just barely moved. So then that comes off. This piece comes off. If all that other crap comes out, that's okay. It's not hard to figure out how to put that all back in. This is the original seal that makes the vacuum work, or supposed to be part of the vacuum system. Okay, so then you got this little piece off. Take this over to your workbench. On the inside of that piece, again, this screen should be on there like that, you know, factory molded in. Okay, so the screen's on there. You got this little star piece of plastic on the inside. Okay, that's all molded one piece sort of deal. Bear with me. So you take your side cutters or a pair of tin snips or something and snip all them little snip all the legs off that star, and then wiggle it around with your pliers or whatever. Pop that little star out. Okay, throw that away. Take you a socket or something and push with your thumb or something. Just be careful because the plastic's kind of sharp. Push that screen out. So you push that screen out. Okay, now you got little burrs in here from where you just cut that star. Take you a Dremel tool or some kind of tool, knock all the edges off, make that nice and smooth for two reasons. One, your finger's going to be now pressing in on this. Now these are going to be manual hubs. And the other is, you are now exposing more of this hub to the environment. Okay, because before it had that screen on it, kept out all the mud and a good portion of dirt and shit. Now you've taken that screen out of the equation. So now that rubber gasket, this diaphragm, is now more exposed than it was before, right? So if you rupture that rubber diaphragm, now you're opening up. I'll just show you what's behind that rubber diaphragm. If you cut that rubber diaphragm or something like that, then you're getting dirt down in where you don't want to get dirt. So that's the gears for the hub. Okay, so you want to keep all the dirt and stuff out of there. Okay, so this mechanism, you can take that apart. It's got, some of the grooves are little, some of the grooves are big. It's not hard to put back together. There is a little stainless, I don't know if it's stainless, it's shiny steel clip down in there that rides on that plastic in the center. I'm not going to go into detail about how it works. Play with it. You can't hardly screw it up. You'll see what I'm talking about when you start playing with it, how that spring rides on that plastic in the center. Okay, so put your vacuum seal back in there. Make sure it's tucked back in there, because now this is, you know, you're really relying on that to keep dirt and crap out of your the splines on your hub. Set that back in there. I'm going to set the phone down again, and again I'm going to take two screwdrivers. I'm going to put them across from each other, just like that. Hold that with one hand, and I'm going to take another screwdriver and get me some leverage so that I can twist that until it clicks one time. Okay, so I have my two screwdrivers in there. I rotated it till it clicked. I mean, it just barely turns. Maybe like a, I don't know, like a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch or something. Just turns. You'll feel it kind of click. Okay, so now you have manual hubs, more or less. And now you're either going to have to cut a hole in your hubcap or throw the hubcap away. Like I said, the other side of this truck ain't got no hubcap to begin with, so it was that much easier for me. Okay, so now I can feel that white plastic and all that stuff back in there. And if I push in, listen for it to click. Okay, now when I push on this thing, I can feel that spring is pushing all the way out against this cap here. There's no play at all. That's four-wheel drive. That's locked. If I push in a little bit and let go, just a little bit, not till it clicks, just push it in about 1/2 inch. I didn't hear no click or nothing, but when I let go, now I got a little bit of play there. See that? That's unlocked. So if I push it again till it clicks and let off, I got no play. That spring's all the way out against this cap. That's locked. Again, I'm going to push in about a 1/2 inch. No click or nothing. Release. Now I got a little bit of play right there. So that's unlocked. These are now manual hubs, and until they go out, this is going to work for me. So I hope this video helps you guys. If you're kind of banging your head against the wall, you got hubs like that. I think they made them on 98, 99, and 2000 Rangers were this way. It worked for me. I just took it out through the field, worked great. So I'm tickled to death. Didn't cost me a dime, took me hours and hours to diagnose it, but once I decided that's how I wanted to do it, that fix would only take you maybe 10 minutes. It's kind of a no-brainer. So if that works for a while, I'll use that for a while. If that, for whatever reason, goes out or whatever, maybe I'll spend the money and put manual hubs on it. Maybe I'll just get rid of the truck. So that's all I got, guys. If this video helped you, I hope it did. Click that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, me working on this thing, I just picked up that tractor not too long ago. We got to do some maintenance on it, so I'll probably be making the videos on it. John Deere 2-bottom trip plow. Need to rework that. That's going to get a paint job and everything. So I'll be working on that, making some videos. And you can see my Iron Man target, my crossbow target. I need to shoot that crossbow some more. I made a video on that. I'll probably be making more videos about that and my new food plot. I got to get over and check my buck forage oats. They've been planted for like 3 or 4 weeks now, and I haven't been over to check on them. So those videos are coming too. If you guys want to see all those videos, click that subscribe button. Until the next video, guys, keep on tinkering.